Welcome back to my channel. Today, we explore the value of specific coins. The top 5 most valuable U.S. Lincoln wheat penny coins value in today's market. So let's get started. First up, the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark is a common coin that many collectors encounter in their search for vintage pennies. This coin was produced right after World War II, during a period when copper pennies were still the standard in the United States. It features the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, with the words, "In God We Trust," above his head, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1946 to the right. The reverse side carries the iconic wheat ears on both sides, which is why it's called a wheat penny. This design was used from 1909 until 1958, before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. When it comes to value, a 1946 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in normal condition, meaning it shows typical wear and dirt from circulation, is generally not considered rare or highly valuable. These coins were minted in large quantities, with millions produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is indicated by the absence of a mint mark. The coin's value in such condition typically ranges from a few cents to about 20 cents in today's market. Collectors and dealers look at several factors to determine the exact value, including the coin's grade, overall eye appeal, and whether it has any damage or cleaning that might reduce its value. A normal dirty condition coin usually means it has moderate wear on Lincoln's face and hair details, with the wheat ears on the back also showing signs of wear. Despite this, the coin still holds some collectible interest because it is part of the classic wheat penny series and has historical significance. If the coin were in better condition, such as uncirculated or with minimal wear, it could be worth more, sometimes several dollars depending on the exact grade. However, for a typical circulated 1946 penny without a mint mark, the value remains modest. In summary, the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in average worn condition is a piece of American history that most collectors keep for its nostalgic value rather than its monetary worth. It usually sells for less than $1, often between 5 and 20 cents, unless it has exceptional qualities or errors. If you find one in your change, it's still worth checking, but it's unlikely to be a significant moneymaker on the current coin market. Next up, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark, even if it's in damaged condition. Understanding its value in today's market requires looking at its history, rarity, and current demand. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The Lincoln wheat penny was minted from 1909 to 1958, and the 1944 penny is part of a significant series. During World War II, the U.S. Mint focused on copper conservation, which led to variations in the coin's composition. The 1944 Lincoln penny was mostly made of copper, unlike the 1943 steel pennies. These coins were produced in large quantities, especially at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why the 1944 penny without a mint mark, indicating Philadelphia origin, is quite common compared to other variations. However, what makes a 1944 penny without a mint mark valuable? Usually, rarity and condition drive coin values. Since the 1944 Philadelphia penny is common, most coins in average circulated condition are worth only a few cents or dollars. But in rare cases, certain mint errors or unusual features can increase value. For example, coins with double die errors or striking flaws can attract collectors. In damaged condition, the value of a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark generally decreases because collectors prefer coins in better shape. Damage can include scratches, dents, corrosion, cleaning marks, or bending. These flaws reduce the coin's grade and thus its market price. For damaged coins, the value typically remains close to face value or slightly above. around $3 to $10 depending on the damage severity and whether any rare attributes are present. That said, there are exceptions. Some damaged coins may still hold value if they display notable errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or unusual minting anomalies. In these cases, even a damaged coin could be worth significantly more to a specialized collector. If you're looking to sell or buy a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in damaged condition, the market value today usually ranges between 1 cent, its face value, up to around $10 for coins with minor damage. For coins with severe damage and no errors, the value rarely exceeds a few cents. On the other hand, coins in uncirculated or mint condition can fetch higher prices, sometimes reaching $20 to $50 or more, depending on grading and demand. To get a precise value, it's always best to consult with a professional coin appraiser or use a trusted grading service. Coin values fluctuate with market trends, collector interest, and the overall economy, so staying updated is important. In summary, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in damaged condition generally holds limited monetary value, usually just a few cents to around $10. Its worth mainly depends on the extent of damage and the presence of any unusual minting errors. For collectors, the coin's historical significance and place in the Lincoln wheat series keep it interesting, even if damaged examples aren't highly valuable. Next up, the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny with a D mint mark is a coin that many collectors seek, especially because of its historical significance and relatively limited mintage compared to other years. The D mint mark indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint. When considering the value of this coin in today's market, several factors come into play. The first and most important is the condition of the coin. Coins that are in mint or near mint condition, showing little to no wear, can fetch a significantly higher price than those in poor or damaged condition. However, your question specifically mentions a coin in full damage condition, which implies that the coin has suffered extensive wear, corrosion, scratches, or other forms of damage that detract from its original appearance. In the case of a 1939 D Lincoln wheat penny, a heavily damaged coin typically has a lower collector value. Most collectors and dealers grade coins on a scale ranging from poor P1 to mint state MS70. A damaged coin would likely fall into the poor to fair range, which considerably lowers its value compared to uncirculated or even moderately worn examples. Currently, a well-preserved 1939 D Lincoln wheat penny can range from a few dollars to around $20 or more, depending on the exact grade. But when the coin is fully damaged, the value usually drops closer to its intrinsic metal worth, which is just a few cents, since pennies are primarily made of copper, and copper prices fluctuate, but are not very high. That said, damaged coins can sometimes still hold some value for collectors who want to fill a set or for educational purposes, but they rarely command premium prices. In general, a fully damaged 1939 D wheat penny might be worth around 10 to 50 cents on the market, depending on the severity of the damage and the demand in your local coin market or online. If you have one of these coins, it's worth getting it appraised by a professional coin dealer or grading service to get a precise evaluation. But keep in mind that damage significantly affects the price. To summarize, while the 1939 D Lincoln wheat penny has value as a collectible, the extent of damage on your coin will greatly reduce its monetary worth, usually limiting it to just a fraction of what a well-preserved example would bring in today's market. Next up, the 1936 Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark, is a notable coin for collectors, especially when found in extra-fine condition. The Lincoln wheat penny series, produced from 1909 to 1958, is one of the most popular and widely collected U.S. coin series. The 1936 issue, minted at the Philadelphia facility, is recognized for its historical significance and moderate rarity compared to other pennies from that era. When examining a 1936 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, the condition of the coin is critical in determining its value. Extra fine condition means that the coin has only slight wear on the highest points of the design, with most of the original details still clearly visible. The luster might be diminished, but the overall appearance is still sharp and attractive. As of today's market, the value of a 1936 Lincoln wheat penny in extra fine condition typically ranges between $10 to $20. This range can fluctuate based on demand, the exact quality within the extra fine grade, and any unique attributes the coin might have. Coins that have exceptional eye appeal, strong strike, or minimal contact marks can command a premium over the average value. It is important to note that 1936 pennies from the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark are generally more common than their counterparts with a mint mark, such as the 1936D or 1936S pennies, which were minted in Denver and San Francisco, respectively. The presence of the mint mark can affect value significantly. For collectors focusing on the Philadelphia issues, finding one in extra fine condition is rewarding due to the wear that coins typically experience over nearly a century. In summary, the 1936 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in extra fine condition holds modest but solid value in today's market. Its price range around $10 to $20 reflects its condition and relative availability. Collectors interested in wheat pennies often seek these coins to complete their collections, appreciating their history and the artistry of the original design. For anyone who owns this coin, it is advisable to have it professionally graded to confirm its condition and potentially increase its market value when selling or trading. Next up, the 1951 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark is a notable coin among collectors, especially when found in extra fine condition. This particular coin is part of the Lincoln Wheat series, which was produced from 1909 to 1958. The absence of a mint mark indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia, which did not add any mint marks during that period. When discussing the value of a 1951 Lincoln wheat penny in extra fine condition, it is important to understand what extra fine means. Coins graded as extra fine show light wear on the highest points, but retain most of their original details. The surfaces are still relatively smooth, and the coin's design features, such as Lincoln's profile and the wheat ears on the reverse, remain sharp and clear. The 1951 wheat penny is not among the rarest in the series, but its value is influenced by its condition and market demand. In circulated condition, this coin is quite common and generally worth only a few cents. However, in extra fine condition, it commands a premium because collectors seek well-preserved examples for their collections.